High alert. 3i Atlas is going to pass. Mars. Tonight, the solar system holds its breath. A glowing emerald object from the deep beyond is racing through our neighborhood. An interstellar traveler known as 3i Atlas. The third of its kind ever discovered. In mere hours, it will pass close to Mars, just 0.19 astronomical units away, and every probe orbiting the red planet has turned its instruments toward it. Because this is not just another comet. This is something that refuses to play by the rules of physics. The approach for weeks. Astronomers have tracked its dazzling green coma and strange movements. Its chemistry breaks expectations. Rich in carbon dioxide, poor in water, with a CO2 to H2O ratio 8 times higher than any known comet. Its orbit is hyperbolic, its speed far beyond the sun's pull. And now as it nears Mars, it behaves unlike anything natural. It pulses, a rhythmic brightening and dimming, each surge accompanied by tiny but measurable accelerations, as if something inside is adjusting its trajectory. Earth's telescopes are about to lose sight of it. The alignment with the sun will soon blind every instrument we have. For 6 hours, the only vantage point left in the solar system will be Mars. The responsibility of discovery now rests on 3 orbiters: MAVEN, Mars Express, and ExoMars TGO. Inside control rooms across Earth, teams prepare for blackout. Every contingency is rehearsed, every sequence double-checked. Power systems are stretched, communication windows narrowed to seconds. There will be no room for error. When Earth goes dark, Mars will see for all of us. The Red Watch in the MAVEN Control Center. The Red Watch team takes command. Operators trained for crisis. Decision trees mapped for every unknown. They switch the orbiters into high-frequency observation, ready to record even the faintest change in light or motion. Mars Express begins snapping rapid images, stacking exposures to detect fragmentation or rotation. TGO's spectrometers focus on the coma's chemical lines, scanning for signals that shouldn't exist. MAVEN's magnetometers and particle sensors monitor Mars' ionosphere for ripples that could indicate a physical interaction. On the surface, Perseverance and Zhurong rovers listen for atmospheric changes, auroral glows, or dust activity beyond the ordinary. For this brief window, Mars becomes humanity's only eye. Every bit of data, every photon add will matter. The blackout as the sun slips between Earth and Mars. Communication fades. Telemetry slows to a trickle, then stops. Only a few automated transmissions break through. On Earth, silence descends. The blackout isn't a failure of technology, it's geometry. Mars now stands alone. Around the world, amateur astronomers keep watch. From Pune, India to Arizona, small telescopes track the visitor's fading glow. For many, it's personal. Months earlier, it was an Indian astronomer, Priya Ralo, who first noticed the comet's strange repeating light pulse. At first, few believed her, but professional observatories confirmed it. The pulses came at perfect intervals, too precise, too consistent for random outgassing. And as 3i Atlas approached the sun, the pattern never wavered. It was as if someone, or something, was flipping a switch. The emerald signature. When the light finally returns, the data from Mars begins to arrive. What the probes capture defies every model. The emerald glow is real, peaking at 516 nanometers, too strong for any known combination of gases. Spectroscopy shows nickel emission lines brighter than iron by a factor of 4. Water vapor is almost absent. The dust grains are larger, slower, and more organized than any comet tail should allow. Their movement arcs in graceful curves, as if released in measured bursts instead of chaotic jets. Polarization readings reveal properties closer to asteroids than icy bodies. Even the way the light scatters hints at a dense, carbon-rich material. Something built, not born. Every data point challenges what science knows about comets. And then the strangest link of all, each light pulse coincides with a tiny nudge in trajectory, a rhythm between brightness and motion, almost deliberate. The scientific debate for main explanations rise amongst scientists. First, the deep freeze theory. Perhaps 3i Atlas formed in a starless void, where water ice cannot exist and only carbon compounds survive. Such chemistry could explain its strange signature, though no comet ever observed comes close. Second, layered eruptions. Hidden reservoirs beneath its crust might vent gas in rhythmic bursts triggered by sunlight. but the precision of the timing makes this improbable. Third, dust dynamics. Mars's weak magnetic field and solar winds might shape its tail, forcing charged grains into stable, sweeping arcs. Possible, yes, but not enough. And fourth, the unknown physics hypothesis. That we are seeing something our current models can't explain. An interaction between light, motion, and volatile gases that mimics intelligence without being intelligent. And yet, in private corners of labs and control rooms, scientists whisper another possibility. What if 3I Atlas isn't just another wanderer from deep space, but a message or a relic from someone else? The 6 hours. During the blackout, Mars's orbiters record non-stop. MAVEN's ultraviolet spectrograph sweeps the sky for flare-ups. TGO scans for isotopic ratios unseen in the solar system. Mars Express tracks every shimmer of the emerald coma. Every command is logged. Every byte is duplicated. There can be no single point of failure. For 6 relentless hours, the Red Watch monitors every variable. If debris threatens, spacecraft go into safe mode. If radiation spikes, they switch to burst capture. Data first, safety second. Outside, amateur networks upload real-time readings. Citizen astronomers join professionals in one massive global effort. For the first time, humanity watches an interstellar encounter together. And then, it ends. The comet races beyond Mars. The solar blackout lifts. Signals return. The aftermath. When communication is restored, data from Mars Express, MAVEN, and TGO begins to pour in. The results are staggering. Over 40 hours of observations show the object's brightness pulsing like a signal. Each pulse matched by a micro-acceleration, each surge accompanied by a spectral shift. No water. No typical outgassing jets. The same carbon dioxide dominance persists. The same emerald hue unwavering. No comet has ever behaved this way. The scientific community unites around a single conclusion. It is anomalous, not proof of engineering, but not fully natural either. Verification and custody. Every dataset is duplicated across NASA, ESA, and JAXA servers. Redundancy and chain of custody procedures guard against corruption. Planetary protection teams oversee the transfer. If any dust or particle sample exists, it's sealed, logged, and tracked for years to come. Even the metadata, time, calibration, signal source, is stored in immutable ledgers. Future generations will be able to verify every photon recorded. Citizen astronomers' contributions are included too. Machine learning models cross-check amateur data with the readings from Mars orbiters. The discovery of 3I Atlas becomes a global effort, not owned by any one nation or agency. The verdict inside the Red Watch control room, the decision matrix is simple: conservative, hazardous, or extraordinary. If the anomalies fit rare natural phenomena, the verdict is conservative. If fragmentation threatens the orbiters, hazardous. If the evidence points to synchronized, non-natural behavior confirmed by multiple instruments, then it is extraordinary. In the final analysis, 3I Atlas earns a new category: unresolved, anomalous but non-threatening. Officially, it remains a mystery. Unofficially, it has changed everything. A new standard out of this encounter comes reform. NASA, ESA, and JAXA announce a joint data transparency initiative. All interstellar object data will now be made public within hours. Citizen scientists will have direct access to raw observations. Machine learning systems will scan new comets for similar anomalies. No more secrecy. No more months-long embargoes. Science belongs to everyone. From now on, every visitor from beyond the sun will be tracked, analyzed, and shared in real time. 3I Atlas has become the blueprint for how humanity studies the unknown. The legacy: no one knows what 3I Atlas truly was. Perhaps an ancient fragment of a dead world, its chemistry forged in darkness where stars never formed. Or perhaps something crafted, a probe, still following orders written eons ago. What we do know is that its 6-hour dance near Mars pushed science, technology, and cooperation to their limits. It showed us that the unknown is not something to fear, but something to prepare for. As the emerald light fades into the black, the solar system returns to silence. But that silence hums with a new awareness. The cosmos is vast, and somewhere out there something may be watching back.